Hey, there we go. Haha. We got it figured out now. And you, sir. That will solve a lot of my problems. Wait a minute. Where'd you go, Quipbot? Well, I suppose you're there. Must just be hiding. Well, let's try this boss again. Hey, Diajin, how's it going? Hopefully you can hear me here. Hopefully things are working out. We were having a couple issues there. Message about joining some chat room. Yeah. It's not quite the same game solo as it is with a teammate, Koro, but it's still fun. Excellent, excellent. Glad everything's working. Just trying to start this up. Got all kinds of issues today. The bot needed to update, I needed to generate a new token, all kinds of problems. As long as we're working fine now, we're all good. How is everyone today? Sounds like a good way to relax. Watch some DK. Hopefully this sends you off to a relaxed little nap there, Dio. No, I totally don't remember this level myself. The fuel is definitely something unexpected. Ugh. So awkward when you lose a character. Freezes, but only in a really strange way. What? Well, that was unfortunate. Ugh. Precision jumps. And not so precision jumps. Tanked up trouble. You are giving me a real rough run for my money. Rip indeed. Come on, Diddy. You can do this. How's it going tonight, Robo? Ugh. Ugh. Tried to hit that tire. Get the nice bounce going on, and no luck. That last little B section really messes me up. Oh, that's no good. Well, that's the trick. I'll take it. But I still haven't found a save point. really would have preferred having Ramby. Ugh. Terrible. Can't even do the bonus stages right now. And just timed that terribly. Oh well. That was just the warm-up, guys. The real game starts now. So we get to fight this boss again. Who just tries to stomp us and spawns enemies. Oh, you got me. Buffering. Well, we can go back and save now. That doesn't seem like the worst idea. I don't want to have to deal with him again. There we go, nice and easy. Let me use Funky to get out of the level. We can go on. If we get real stuck, we'll skip back to an earlier level and grind some lives so we can get some more practice on these levels. No, it's just a save slot. There's no password saving on this guy. Three different save slots. You've got yourself single player, 2-player co-op, and 2-player competitive. Though I'm not really sure what the difference between 2-player co-op and 2-player competitive is. It's pretty linear, as far as I know. There's no real alternate exits or stage skips or anything like that. Oh, the cooperative versus the competitive? I think it might be whoever clears the most levels by the end of the world sort of gets a point. I gotta stop doing that. Because in cooperative, one player gets control of Donkey Kong, one player gets control of Diddy Kong, but you never have control of them both at the same time. It's only whenever you take a hit or you manually switch by hitting A. And whoever finishes the level, they get sort of a point, whether it's cooperative or not. So I'm not really sure. Oh, that was uncool. Damn that tire! I'm actually doing worse than the first time through here. Oh, crap. Yeah, the hitboxes are a little strange on a couple items. What? No. I'm not. I didn't get the K. Didn't get the O. There's no point in me going for the G. Play this safe. You can throw one another in Diddy Kong Country and Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy Kong's Quest. But they did not have that implemented in this game. Which is a real shame, because it's a really neat mechanic. It's a lot of stuff that they added to Donkey Kong Country 2, which honestly makes it the superior game in almost every regard. Good deal more collectibles, more variety in stages, just a lot of stuff. Haha! Chain bouncing. That's how you do that one. That could have gone a lot worse. That could have gone a whole lot worse. Hmm. Oh, I knew there was something greasy coming. Oh, right on the top of the head. Real narrow there, damn. Man, I wish that was a speedrun strat. If I remember correctly, the speedrun for this actually uses memory corruption. It's absolutely insane. Let go of the B button. Didn't get the high bounces after that. Oh, I got stuck. Thought I could just run up that slope. I could not. Not so bad, not so bad. We can recover from this, maybe. As long as we keep getting enough bananas and balloons from this area, we'll be okay. Which we are not really, because I am trying to do it all fancy-like. And I am awful at that section. Just terrible. Whew. Not a fan of that section either. So we got it this time, right guys? No problemo. Whatever. Whoa, what the hell? Ooh, okay. Misty Mine. Well, it is as advertised. Oh. Bet you the TNT barrel would blow something up down there. No, I'm not quite that good at sound effects, unfortunately. Alright. You know what? We should probably be able to get through here without having to fly back to save with a save point next. Okay. This is gonna be tricky. Alright, I'm a little upset about that one. It just makes the chat pop a little more. I borrowed it from the 4-job Fiesta one. I already had it done up. I dislike that B. That's okay. Oh, I didn't know that wasn't the floor there. I was gonna hop over and then duck. That's exactly what they were counting on. Just to make sure this is going. Oh, it doesn't translate well to a mortal tongue. The things that were whispered in my ear, you can't really translate them into anything that people speak. Headband. You want to know if it was a headband or an ice pack? It's a headband. They like to be sneaky at the end, and it hurts when they win that way. And I missed with the roll. Wonderful. Oh, the armadillo sneak. I am unhappy with everything that happened there. tried to jump under the bee and, well, that certainly was mistimed. Bees can only be hurt by barrels. Well, that was awkward. And apparently also by an exploding save barrel. Hello, person. How are you today? That was less than ideal. Sorry, nerd girl. I know you've got a name. I'd just like to annoy you. So much more fun for me on this side of the screen. I am doing well today. Well enough to, you know, do a bit of streaming, have some fun like that. Gotta stop jumping on them, it just knocks me back. Hi, Harley. Still wearing your glasses? Ugh. Again, the same one. At least we get the save point right before here, so even if we do run out of lives, we won't be too bad off. That's good. It can take a little bit to get used to glasses at first, so I'm glad that you're keeping them on. I know when I first had glasses, they really irritated my nose and the spots beside, just above my ears. I wonder if I can make a sacrifice play going that way. Need to keep both my Kongs till then, though. And how are the new dice? Did they feel lucky? Supposed to wear your glasses, you know? That's why you got them. They help you see. What am I doing? That was just bad. Not what I planned to do, but okie doke. Sure, we were having some issues with the bot earlier. I gotta take a look at. Not sure why Nightbot's here. Oh no, I missed! Nightbot's here.
Yeah, Kyle turned it on.
And Quip's been having a couple of issues.
He's not on right now.
Well, he's supposed to be, he's open. Yeah, so we've been having some weird things going on, but... So, Sarah says hi, Brian.
Sarah, I know you did. I don't know, Sarah. You burned me. You burned me hard. I need how to get over this.
Oh, it's not that far.
Gaming's never too far.
But I mean, I guess it is a little bit far. I'm never gonna hit that guy with a barrel. Just never. It's impossible. It can't be done. They clearly made a mistake when they were coding this game. Oh, the armadillo! Ah! Alright, so maybe it's a little too far. Alright, so there's no hidden barrel down there. Good to know. Just tell me to stop dying. That's so rude.
I will come to the party if you apologize for what you said to Ames.
You can't just call people out like that, Brian. That's so rude.
I did it, and I didn't do it on my stream, so there's no bad repercussions.
You were still visibly here saying it.
That's the hologram.
Oh no! It's gonna be okay, Chad. We're gonna get through this, I promise. Finally, I got the guy with the barrel, but he also got me, and I also maybe almost saved myself. I'm not really sure how it works. No, grab the barrel! Damn it! There's so many of those guys. It's not fair.
Autobiography of Aaron York.
Man. There have been better ones.
Always the better one.
Ow. Necky's Revenge. Gotcha. Ho ho! Not a chance. Go back here. We'll hit Candy's save point because I didn't see a Funky's flights in the last level, which is sort of strange. But I know there's one here. And we're at the Gangplank Galleon. This is King K. Rool. The big old boss of the game. Oh, I was not expecting a second charge. Very simple patterns. Oh, but I was a little too greedy there. Tried to get through too fast. One charge. Two charge. Ow. Three charge. Ooh, too slow. Don't quite have that down yet. Huh. I really thought there was a bit more to this game. But apparently, that's it. I'm kidding. And he sucker punched me. What a jerk. That was Karul. Already? I jumped too early, got too greedy. That's okay. Not paying any attention there. Fat-ass Donkey Kong, squeeze between those giant cannonballs. Prussia, Critter, Clump K Rule. Ooh. Panicked. I gotta make it there with both characters. Need both Kongs for the after credits. So that's the easy part. A little bit closer than I would have liked. There we go. Now we got him. Well done, Donkey, my boy. Who'd have thought a young whippersnapper like you could have beaten that bunch of no-good Kremlings? You've made an old man proud. Go and look in your hoard. I think you'll be in for a surprise. Well, if I'd have been playing, I'd have found everything. I'm sure there must be some bonus rooms you haven't found. What's the funny story you've got to tell us? It's actually pretty funny. That's a fancy mouse.
Where's the mouse with the top hat?
What?
Where's the mouse with the top hat?
What mouse the top hat?
You said there's a fancy mouse.
Yeah, it's like a gaming mouse.
God damn it.
It's a rat. A rat 7. A fancy rat 7. Wow. That is a lot nicer than my mouse. Mine came with a Dell computer about 8 years ago. It seems like a good game. Just like that. Not gonna lie, guys, I didn't expect to be done this soon. So I'm gonna have to take a quick look at what I've got here, ready to go, and pick something to play. Got at least one thing, but I want to see if I've got a little bit more. It might actually be retro. It might just be retro style. Yeah, no, I expected a whole last area, not just the Gangplank Galleon itself. I suppose that's my mistake for forgetting, but I really thought that Donkey Kong Country was longer than 3 hours. Like I said, I definitely have some things. It's deciding on... no, I don't think I'll ever get really heavy into the speedrunning community. That is some... Those are some very dedicated people. And if I remember correctly, Donkey Kong Country is a rather intensely competitive one. It's not top. It's not something like Mario game or any of the Mega Mans, but it is. There's definitely a lot of people going after the top spot for this. That only leaves me with one real option, but that's okay. That is what we got. What we got coming up is gonna be fun. It's gonna be 5 minutes. Get yourself something to drink, stretch your legs, go on out there, and come on back. We're gonna be playing a Game Boy Advance game. Just gonna switch some stuff around. It's a lot of fun. It's gonna last me a few weeks. There might be some off-screen grinding at some point, and it's gonna be fun. No, this isn't the NES one. Unfortunately, I don't have either Super Castlevania nor the original Castlevania set up here yet. Otherwise, I probably would. And yes, Dio, you're absolutely correct. This grinding for souls in this can be a little awful. That being said, it's still a fun game. The year is 2035, Japan. Crowds of spectators are gathering around in anticipation of the first full solar eclipse of the 21st century. My name is Soma Cruz, and I'm a high school exchange student studying abroad in Japan. I live near the Hakuba Shrine, an ancient shrine with strong ties to Japanese mythology. Mina Hakuba, the only daughter of the shrine's caretaker, is both my classmate and childhood friend. I started making my way to the shrine to see the solar eclipse with Mina, but for some strange reason, the stairway leading up to the shrine felt longer than usual, as if something was trying to keep us from our destination. When I finally managed to get through the shrine gate, my senses began to dim. The pitch-black sun is holding chaotic darkness together, trying to rouse a sleeping soul as if looking for its other half. It's definitely a very solid game for the Game Boy Advance for that reason. You can pop on, do 30 minutes of grinding, you can try and push the story, and you can put it away. If I remember, there was no quick save feature, though. Maybe you could save anywhere. I guess we'll find out shortly. Hey, it looks like he's coming too. Where am I? What happened? So you decided to join us. Did you have a pleasant nap? Who the heck are you? It's okay. His name's Genya Arikado. Skip the introductions. Oh, shoot. Thank you for the reminder, Frump. I totally forgot to change the details. Look at me. I knew there was a reason why it seemed like it was really quick to set up here. Let's change this. This, however, Frump, is Castlevania, Aria of Sorrow, a rather interesting game that kicked off a lot of really cool Game Boy Advance Castlevania games in the Metroidvania style. And there we are, updated. Go ahead. Why have you come here? Well, Mina and I... Hang on, where are we? Obviously we're in Dracula's castle. You're telling me we're in Europe? No, we're inside the solar eclipse. Yeah, it makes a lot more sense, right? Oh. The Game Boy Advance SP was such a good piece of equipment. That was excellent. We're inside the eclipse. You're insane. Do you think I'm a fool? Listen to him. He's telling the truth. What are you talking about? Give me an explanation. Well, it's like this. Huh? And he just evaporates a bunch of them. Protect the girl. Go back to where you came from. What was that thing? So it's awakened. What has? The spirit of the creature you killed has just entered your body. You have the power to absorb the abilities of the monsters you kill. Why would I have that power? You have gained the power. Now you must go to the Master's chamber. For what reason? Do you not wish to return with your friend to your own world? Well, of course I want to go back. Then go to the Master's Chamber. There you will understand everything. You can't just leave Mina here like this. No need to worry, I'll put up a protective barrier, but death will most certainly find those who stay here too long. Yes, only you can save her from a painful death. What will you do? I too have things I must do within these castle walls. Now go, set forth. Both your own life and hers are at stake. Link to the Past, 4 Sword Adventures. I never played that, but it's a pretty solid game from what I remember. Let me just do something here. That's not what I wanted to do. Come on now. I'm confused. Alright, well, I don't appear to get too much of a choice in how I set up my controls here. Oh wow, that usually takes a lot longer to get. I wasn't even planning on getting it, I just wanted to get my controls down again. So as you can see, we have a number of abilities. We can jump, we can attack, which we currently have, just a little pocket knife. We will be getting better equipment. And due to a quirk in the way that attacking works, we can usually get 2 attacks out real quick if we attack in the air just before we land, and then immediately once we land. Normally you can only attack out that fast. But by abusing the animation frames, we can attack faster. There we go, that's what I was waiting for. A little bit more defense. And then, as you saw, we did get the soul set. The soul of the winged skeleton, which allows us to throw spears. In order to activate your red soul, because as you noticed, we also got a gold soul. There are also blue souls, which you press R to activate. In order to use your red soul, you hold up and attack. This is a little bit stronger than our regular attack, and obviously it's ranged. In addition, for the brief moment that the spear is stuck in the ground there, it'll continue to do damage to anything that doesn't survive the initial attack. And here has more effects than just altering your stats, so it'll affect your attack arc as well. Some things attack faster, some have a longer reach, some attack in an overhead swing. It's all very nice. There's a good example of the, oh wow, this game's being very nice to me. But that was a good example of how the spear hanging around can still do damage. And bang, short sword. So as you can see, from about here, We're almost hitting the wall. And we're well into the wall with the short sword. So our attack power just went up, it attacks just as quickly, and we gain some range. Now that odd glowing stand in the middle gave us a gray soul. Gray souls are only ever found in those. They're sort of storyline based. They're usually required in order to advance the plot. There'll be things like dashes, slides, double jumps. Cosmetically, just when you're making the attack it'll change. As far as armor and accessories, they will not change your appearance. And candles and flames are going to be all over the place, providing money and occasionally hearts, which work to restore your green bar, your MP. Though MP does restore over time naturally. So if we go to ability, we can turn on and off this new Gravekeeper ability, which allows us to backdash. Not very apparent on a slope like that. We can, much like we can animation cancel with jump, we can animation cancel with the backdash. It also allows us to be a lot more aggressive and do a little bit of fancy dodging. It's not super useful, but it is really cool. And these skeleton enemies are very good to practice it on, because normally we attack, we're right in line with their bone. Which you'll note you can also knock out of the air. So this is sort of teaching us different ways of dodging and anticipating enemy attacks. Which is really nice. You'll notice the bats are in a nice straight line, teaching you, hey, maybe once in a while you should use your special abilities. And here we have what save points look like. They'll refill your health, your MP, and give you the option to save the game. So look at this, we have two new abilities. We have the Merman. Fires a moderate range water pistol. As you can see, it breaks apart after a while, and when it's broken apart, it does not do damage. It's also relatively low damage. It's not very good. The Bat, however, uses supersonic waves, which simply echoes a circle around you. Not the most useful against these guys. But the damage is significant, and with only 5 points per use, it's rather inexpensive. Yeah, as a matter of fact, learning how to sync is an ability you learn later. What's that? We got another bat soul. If I remember correctly, gaining enough souls, or gaining more than one soul, very slowly increases the power level of the soul. It could just be bragging rights, though. I don't remember. If it does in any way increase the power, it's not enough to go grinding for multiple ones of them. Tasty meat. Generally, though, at the very beginning of the game, the most useful soul you're going to get is the winged skeleton. Though some people do prefer the bat. One of the neat little things about the winged skeleton spears is that they do arc and will stay in that either more vertical or less vertical arc when you throw them. I just thought it was a nice touch. Take that, tiny devil. Now, while I'm in the status menu here, I might as well point out that we have 8 stats, not including HP and MP, which are fairly self-explanatory. Strength affects your damage with weapons, as well as a few different souls. Con is your damage reduction without armor. Defense is your damage reduction that comes from armor, so between the two of them you end up with stuff. Basically different ways of reducing damage. Intelligence affects the large portion of your souls, the damage that they do, and luck affects your drops. Higher luck, better drops. Better chance of getting souls, better chance of getting items from enemies. Most enemies, if not all enemies, have both a common drop and a rare drop. Both of these are very infrequent. There are a number of items in this game which you can only get from enemies. And usually only one enemy in particular, and it's almost always its rare drop, so if you're going for 100%, you have so much grinding to do, it is obscene. Ah, axe armors. I love those guys. They're just such a good teaching enemy. So they move slow, they take a lot of damage, and they very clearly telegraph their attack. You can see them pull back the axe underneath them or over top of them, rear back, and throw it. You can knock the attack out of the air, or you can hop over it. It's just a real good way of teaching you. And look at that, they were even nice enough to give me the same ability. Which is actually astonishingly useful against this guy. Again, he has some very, very telegraphed attacks. He also swings that big bone club, but he didn't get a chance. Ah, the peeping eye. I really wish that this guy dropped his soul more often than very, very frickin' rarely, because it's useful in about 8 locations in the game. What he does is highlight walls that you can walk through or break, such as the one directly behind him. And if he was a very commonly dropped soul, it would be a wonderful way of showing that. But it's not. It's actually one of the rarest souls to drop. People usually pick up that soul only to fill out their collection. And we can't do anything on that area yet either, due to, you know, water. can't knock arrows out of the air. Those things would be a lot scarier if they could do any damage whatsoever. Oh no! I can't make it. Maybe I do have to go right at the water area then. I could be wrong in a lot of situations, and I usually am. Aha! One heartbreaking thing you can do is actually leave a room when there's still a soul in the air while it's spiraling its way towards you and miss out on it. You never want to do that, trust me. It kills you inside. Yep, forgot about this. I was thinking about that section. I forgot that you get your first blue soul here. The flying armor. Honestly, it's so useful for just getting around that a lot of people don't tend to take this off for a long time. So by holding R, we get that little thing attached to us, which basically makes us float down very slowly when we fall, both making platforming easier and effectively extending our jump distance. Oh, look at that. Skull Archer. Quite cheap to use at 8 points a pop. Long range and high damage, but rather slow. And it doesn't pierce or do multi-hits like the axe armor does. All in all, a generally good all-purpose or just blaster kind of ability. In addition, you can set up more than one at a time. I think you max out at 3. So you can fire a bit of a barrage, which is nice. But against something that moves as quick as this, not the best idea. Great against zombie soldiers and axe armors, though. Aha! Leather plate. We'll be taking a little less damage now, guys. That's always exciting. Another enemy that the backdash is quite helpful for. That fancy looking armor over there is going to have to wait for quite a while. As we'll access to this area here. Castlevania, Aria of Sorrow. Get ourselves a cozy scarf, which brings up our defense a little more, but lowers our luck. And right now, our luck desperately needs the help. Well, it doesn't lower our luck, rather the pendant raises it. But we'll be okay without those 2 points of defense. I think, anyway. Castlevania is an excellent series. But you know what? Maybe we should go back and check on Mina. I mean, we did just go kill a giant skeleton and learn all about the fact that we've got soul-absorbing powers and got a cool sword. Seems like stories we should be telling, right? Hey, look at that. I got Viewer. They are being real nice to me with the soul drops. Viewer is your first, well, not necessarily first, but it's the first accessible blue soul that actually does damage. By pressing R, that pops up, rotates around you, press it again, and it goes away. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage. I'm not sure if it's ever really that useful. I suppose against something like the skeletons in order to block their shots. But just because I end up using the flying armor so much, I don't ever really use Viewer. PS3 Castlevania. I don't remember one for PS3, but I got out of the Castlevania game for consoles a while ago. Nina, are you doing okay? Yeah, I'm fine. It seems like the monsters can't get in here anymore. Arikado said he put up a protective barrier. While we're on the subject, just who is Arikado? I'm not sure. I heard he did something related to national intelligence. Sounds like he's a spy. He's been coming to the shrine for many years. He's an unusual man. What makes him so unusual? The face of a normal person changes as the years pass, right? Yeah, people change as they grow older. In the 10 years I've known him, he hasn't changed at all. Sure it's not just your imagination? Well, it could be, but his face is just too beautiful. He's almost perfect, don't you agree? So you're saying he's your type, huh? What are you talking about? I like guys that... Well, that's none of your business, okay? It was a joke. Why are you taking things so seriously? Don't you think it would be better if you stayed here too? No, in order to get us out of here. There's something I've been told I must do. Aside from that, I discovered that I too have magical powers. Maybe it's best I don't mention the danger of staying here too long. Okay, please be careful. Mina? Do you trust me? Of course. I know that you'd never lie to me. If that's true, then please wait here. I promise I'll get you back home. Don't worry about it. I'll wait as long as you need me to. Okay, I'll be back. Alright, see you in a bit, Sarah. Of shadow. Aha, shortcut, Al. You said you'd be right back. Are you just waiting for us to say things about you? Good night, Harley. Make sure your mom wears her glasses. Hey, oh, just another plate again. But hey, potentially slightly earlier place to get another plate. Oh, you thought you had me, and hey, look at that. That's one of the most generally useful ones in the early game, as far as gold souls are concerned. Bit more strength means every swing does more damage. Rock armor. That katana. We're gonna see it a lot. We're not gonna be able to get it for quite a long time. It's very annoying. Oh, hello. Oh, hello there. You're human, aren't you? Relax. My name is Graham. Let's just say I'm a missionary. Oh, Soma. Soma Cruz. You weren't here in this shrine before, were you? How did you get here? I'm not sure. I went through the shrine gate and boom, I was here. I see. Can I ask you a question? Go ahead, I don't mind. Is it true that this is Dracula's castle? It most certainly is. But isn't Dracula's castle in Europe? In theory, yes, but his true castle exists somewhere else. His true castle. Yes, it's a well-known fact in the underworld. Do you believe in vampires? Well, no. I thought the story of Dracula was made up, actually. No, it's all true. It was leaked to the outside world. Usually, the church handles these things with utmost secrecy. Over the course of time, Dracula has resurrected many times, when people lost faith and craved chaos and destruction. So, are you trying to tell me now that Dracula's been resurrected? No, Dracula perished in 1999. You know of the prophecy of 1999, don't you? Nostradamus' great prophecy? That's right. Dracula was resurrected exactly as he predicted, but vampire hunters destroyed him completely. They ended his regeneration cycle by sealing his castle, the symbol of his demonic power, inside the darkness of an eclipse. And that eclipse is where we are now? Yes, but there's still more to the story. There's more. In the year 2035, a new master will come to the castle and he will inherit all of Dracula's powers. But that's... Yes, a time is now! I better get going. Is that all then? Oh, yes. Thank you. Farewell, and be careful. Yeah, you too. So there we go. A little bit more story, guys. Oh, we got ourselves a combat knife from him. Look at that damage increase. Of course, 4 points of that is from the Skeleton Knight, but still, the combat knife is one of the best drops you can get from those zombie officers, and they drop it frequently enough that if you're hurting at this point in the game, it's pretty worth it to get it. It's almost, what, 20 points? Over 20 points of damage. 24 points of attack power when I naturally only have 18. The downside is you're reduced back to that knife level of reach. But most common monsters will go down in a single stab now. Things like the rock knights and the rock armors and axe armors will still take a couple of stabs, but that's kind of their shtick, is to be tanky. And as you can see, our weapons actually out damaging our souls now, due to the huge amount of attack power, but no real increase in strength or int. The zombie soldier right here, if you're really hurting for that combat knife, just pop in, pop out, stab and go. Nice and easy, huh? Just make sure you stop and pick it up, if it does happen to be dropped. I believe their rare drop is combat fatigues, a nice piece of armor which would increase my defense currently, as well as my attack, and it should just be attack. But few pieces of armor do that until the late game, so they end up being a rather sought after piece of gear. If I went the right way. I must have. This must be the right way. Creepy outside. It's the first time we've really been able to see much outside other than just a peek through a window. Two shots for the axe armor, no problem. And the ghosts go down easy too. Here we have bone pillars, which are rather interesting enemies. They're one of the few enemies that don't do contact damage, so we can stand on them. Use them as platforms. And yes, you can ring the bells. As well as use them as platforms. No, I'm sorry, only the tops of them don't do contact damage. Their faces do. Apparently that shenanigans wasn't for anything in particular. I thought that might have been the only way up there. Oh well. And we'll have to come back once we have a better ability to jump to get those. I feel like I was probably supposed to go all the way to the left there for something. Haha! Bamboo sword. This, notably, is the weakest weapon in the game, giving you only a single point of attack. But it is the first one that has that handy-dandy arc. Basically making this the polar opposite of the combat knife at this point in the game. Giving you a much better reach than you normally would have at the cost of reduced damage. But it's very handy for dealing with the ghosts. With an arc like this, and their pitiful hit points, they just get swatted out of existence. The moment you come up against anything else, though, you're going to want to have actual damage at your disposal. Ah, Durgas. Rather aggressive enemies. Normally they'd be taking 2 or 3 hits at this point, but again, handy-dandy combat knife as well as the skeleton knife drop. Giving me just a little bit more attack power. And the rapier, usually what I'm wielding at this point. Now, it doesn't have the damage that the combat knife has, but it does have more reach. It's got a fantastically fancy way of attacking. And it's quick and nimble. If you don't get the combat knife drop, it is easily the weapon to be using at this point. Unless you're dealing with a bunch of ghosts or other weak, quick enemies that they need to smack from underneath, or you just need that general safety of the better arc. Guess I can't get under there, can I? There we go. Oh, huh. Gotcha. There's very few of those giant ghost enemies in the game. This is probably where he's most prevalent. And to be honest, I couldn't tell you what he drops. Though I do know his soul is rather helpful in certain situations. Creates a barrier around you which reflects projectile attacks. It's a blue soul. Fun, but not great. Another bat soul. And again, much like the bones, you can swat the rocks out of the air. And oons. These little plant guys actually do a really large amount of damage. But they don't move, and they're easily dealt with. Here we go. Boss fight time. The Manticore. He hurts. Those fireballs are no joking business. But he's not too quick. Doesn't really need to be with that kind of attack power, but, you know. I guess guess I can't hit him if he's off screen. That's unfortunate. Oh, I haven't been able to dodge any of them. There we go. That was not a very good showing by me. I was mostly trying to avoid that nasty tail of his. Unfortunately, avoiding that tail, or being so focused on it anyway, left me wide open to those fireballs, which hurt probably more. Oh wow, first try and I get that. Con is increased by 8. A useful soul if you find yourself getting hit a little too hard in areas. But I usually decide, you know what's best? Hit things harder. Then we get ourselves a silk robe. Slightly less defense than the leather plate, but a good chunk of int, which will increase our soul damage. And you actually need the bamboo sword to hit that, or another overhead swinging weapon. But the bamboo sword's the first one you can get, which, you know, makes it kind of useful here. It's just 1,000 money, but, you know, dollars, gold, whatever you want to call it. Which we haven't found a use for yet, but we will. Oh, thank you, blessed Rockman. The hammer. Huge damage, overhead swing, but slow as molasses. If you don't get the combat knife, you might get some use out of this. But you will want to abuse the L button to get yourself out of that ending lag. I'm going to be sticking with the combat knife just for the simplicity. Oh, you were gone? We didn't even notice. No, it's good to have you back, Sarah. The Bastard Sword proceeds to be a basic upgrade to the short sword. More damage, longer reach, a very useful weapon all around. And if you're not using the rapier or you haven't gotten your hands on a hammer or combat knife, just a wonderful upgrade to the short sword that you've probably still been carrying around. Oh, what was that? Hey, gym clothes. A little bit of defense, a little bit of con, but it'll drop us the int. However, since we're depending so much on the combat knife, I think I'll take it. We'll be taking less damage this way, and we're not really using, like I said, our int too much right now. Ow. Hey, throw sharpened butcher knives. Well, of course, we needed to be able to throw the knife in this game, right? That's a classic. Evil Butcher is what gives us that. No! Can't quite make it up there yet. That's a shame. Ectoplasms have the nasty habit of cursing you, which constantly drains your MP. And by nasty habit, I mean if they hit you at all, you are cursed. It'll drain your MP for, oh, good 15 seconds or so. Arachnes just like to fire their machine gun blasts of webbing at you. That's petrifying breath. Catoblapis is kind of a jerk, but you can ride on him. Melon. There it is. So if you're relying on your souls to get you places, to do things for you, or to fight for you, well, ectoplasms have another thing to tell you. Did you just throw a cat at me? Oh. Hey, you're Soma, aren't you? You must be him. Yeah, but who are you? Oh, forgive me. I'm Yuko Belnades, a member of the church. How would a member of the church recognize me? You've met Genya Arikado, right? I did meet him, but he told me about you and asked me to help you if you were in trouble. Arikado said that? That's hard to believe. Well, he maybe seemed cold at first, but he's actually quite a decent guy. He may be looking out for you because you share the same dark powers. Wait, did you say my powers are dark? Oh, you mean you didn't know that? Oh, did I say something? Well, what's said is said. Essentially, you have the power to rule over and command monsters. Rule over monsters. I have no desire to do that. It comes as naturally as breathing for you, so you may not realize it yet. And though I called it a dark power, that doesn't mean it's evil. It's like a weapon. Its user decides whether to use it for good or evil. Well, when you put it that way, I feel a little bit better. Since I've got this power, I've begun to lose my sense of self. You're yourself. There's no one else you could be. Don't second guess yourself. Be confident. That's most important. think I understand now. Thanks, Yoko. I'm not used to being thanked by people. Oh, I forgot to ask you. Have you seen a man named Graham? Yeah, I met him earlier. Be wary of that man. I believe he will inherit Dracula's powers. No way! He doesn't look like a bad guy. Yeah, and I got a bridge to sell you. Don't be fooled by his appearance. He's not who you think he is. Well, alright. I must be going. I've got to find Graham. See you around. This is an area, if you didn't get that viewer soul earlier, to easily grind it up. Hello, Minotaur. This is one of the few times there's a nice little puzzle. This doesn't open while we're facing it, or when we get too close. So what we do is we just go here and we run, right? No. Can't be done. Haha! Fooled all of you. And when you're petrified, you can't move, obviously. In addition, you take a lot more damage if you happen to get hit. And here's one of my favorite weapons in the game. The whip sword. It is not that strong. It's as strong as the bastard sword. But it has absolutely crazy range. And you can abuse the L button cancel to speed things up a bit. If you don't want to get near someone, this is the weapon to use. However, it's a bit slow, so dealing damage with it against like a single target, like, oh, say a boss, is a little bit tricky. But it's excellent against this guy, because you can just punch right through his shield. Normally, you're supposed to get real close and stab him in the ankles. Or use any attacks that pierce guard. Such as your winged skeleton. But he's got quite good defense. And down he goes. And I got incredibly lucky. That's a tough soul to get. It's a 20% strength increase whenever you activate it. Mind you, it is expensive. It is an endgame soul. Oh, what's a child like yourself doing in a place like this? Child? You're rude, Grandpa. Oh, my apologies. My name's Hammer. The army ordered me to come here. Hi, I'm Soma. I thought I was inspecting a shrine, but suddenly I was in a castle. Don't you think that's mean of a thing to do to a guy? So I just bailed on my mission. What do you mean? There's a bunch of strange people gathered at the shrine. Thought they'd be good customers, so I opened up a shop. Ah, good for you. There's weapons all over the castle and no monsters at the front gate. Good place for a shop. Come on by, I'll give you a good deal. See you around. That's Hammer. Hammer is awesome. Shop, huh? I don't get it. He also acts as our shop for the game. And with Malphus here, we have the coveted double jump. allow us to get all kinds of things in places we couldn't get to before. Hey, another viewer soul. That's something we'll have to come back for. We don't know how to crawl or slide. Aha, take that, Fleeman. So the double jump actually allows us to access a lot of areas we couldn't before in the earlier zones. Along with Hammer going back to the front gate, this is a pretty good excuse to start heading back for a bit of a revisit to Mina. And here we get the broadsword. Broadsword is probably the first good overhead weapon you get. And it might even be enough to make you want to use it over the combat knife. The downside is it's got such a long animation for putting it away, you can't abuse the jump cancel glitch. It can be both. You hate seeing ads because every time you see one, it reminds you that you can't support us. Right? Huh? Huh? Right? Weird. Yeah, Kyle's pretty vicious. The moment I pay my tab, he stops looking at me. And here's where you can actually find a hammer. In case you weren't lucky enough to get one from a sword guy, or rock armor. A sword guy, jeepers. That's not even close to the right thing. I mean, there is a certain amount of catharsis to just hitting the little demons out of the air with a hammer. Hey, more gym clothes. Problem is, it's got kind of ridiculous ending lag. Mind you, you can cancel that by using the L button dodge, but I shouldn't have to put up with that regardless. How dare you be happy in death? Ah, here we go. Just pull yourself through that demon face mirror. And what have we here? Fast travel, friends. Fast travel. Hey, what? A man over there. You mean Hammer? His name's Hammer, huh? Do you think he's a little scary? No, I think he's a decent guy. Look at all those weapons he has over there. He told me he was opening up his own shop. Here? He's opening a shop in the castle? He's weird. Yeah, it's pretty strange. But if you say that he's a good guy, I'll believe you. Howdy there. You came. Is this where you've opened your shop? Yes, yes it is. By the way, that cute young lady over there, she's staring at you. Is she your friend? Yeah. Whoa, I'd no idea you were so popular with the ladies. Hey, it's not like that. Don't be shy now, you hear? It's good to be young. It's a good thing. Alright, back to business. Take a look around, friend. So you can sell your old equipment and buy new stuff here. We already picked up Castle Map 1, but having Castle Map 2 is very useful. Pick up potions for not much, but they also don't do too much. Anti-venom, uncursed potions. And hey, we could get the combat knife here. Saved ourselves 1,000 gold by not having to buy it here. Rapier, also 1,000. Hammer, 1,200. Broadsword. You can also pick up a spear. All kinds of weapons. The katana might be a weapon you want to pick up if you're willing to spend that much gold. If I remember correctly, it's another overhead attack, but it's pretty quick. War fatigues. That's what the zombie officers can drop. Very nice. Attack up, defense up, strength up. If I was going to get any piece of armor from here, I'd pick up that. But we're doing okay. I think we're fine. We'll sell that short sword though, we don't need that anymore. And with the whip sword, the bastard sword doesn't do us much good. The broadsword's decent, but it does completely outclass the bamboo sword. Though I usually like to keep that around just because it's funny. We can sell our extra hammer. Sell that cloth tunic because it smells like zombie. Sell the extra set of gym clothes. I really don't need that leather plate. It's worse in every way. We'll hang on to these things. They might be useful in some regard. Something's having me off my game today. Well, I thought we'd take him out. First thing we can do is start checking out this. Oh shoot, I forgot something. Something in the first room I can pick up. Oh, that's okay. A little trekking back and forth never hurt anyone. The lance. Bit of a slow weapon, kind of awkward to use. But as you see, you take it out and you're pointing it down at first, and you can actually get hits with both directions. And the reach on it's quite solid. In addition, we have another way up and another area to explore now rather than the place we were going. All sorts of options. Strange. Sense a dark power within you. Who are you? It's rude to ask questions before introducing yourself. Yes, you're right. I can't give you my name, but people call me Jay. People call you Jay? Why hide your real name? Are you a criminal? No, I have amnesia. I'm told that I was in an accident in 1999. When I woke up in the hospital, I'd forgotten my name and my past. Oh, I see. Well, my name's Soma. Your dark power. Were you born with it? I don't really know. I first noticed it when I entered this castle. I see. I guess I was mistaken. Mr. J, why have you come to this castle? Call me Jay. I'm filled with fear when I hear the name Dracula. I came here because of the prophecy. I also thought my memory might return. In fact, since my arrival, I have felt like my memory's returning. And your accident occurred in 1999. Maybe Dracula was involved? I fear you're correct, especially since I have magical powers. Jay, are you an exorcist? Well, you might say that, but I work for no one but myself. I must be going now. I'm sure we'll meet again. Yeah, see ya. I want that knife. More gym clothes. Just knocking them right out of their clothes. I guess I can't get 2 hits off it. I thought I could. Damn dolls. I see. Come here. Come on. Thank you. Oh, come on. The waiter gets one of the best abilities in the game. You get to throw hot curry at people. Just like he does. I love the waiter skeleton. Jumping while taking damage restores health. That's actually a mistranslation. It allows you to recover in midair by jumping. So rather than just being knocked back and unable to do anything, you can get control again. You weren't doing something simple like 100% run or something, were you, Diogen? Where you had to get like every item, so you had to grind up a bunch of hot curry items too? That would be silly. Is it really good against Medusa heads? Huh. I wonder if that viewer soul would be good against Medusa heads. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry for you. Like, even 100% souls is painful. That's true, yeah. I guess if you've got a game, you're enjoying it, you've already got, you know, that much time sunk into it, why not go for the 100% if you're always taking an hour or two on the trains? Excellent. I can come back here if I ever feel like it now. I don't know if you were watching at the time, Diogen, but I know it would make you pull your hair out, knowing that I got the the Great Armor Soul on legitimately the first Great Armor you fight in the game. The one that you fight is a boss. Can't even begin to use it at this point. Drain my MP in 2 seconds. Hey, there he is. Oh, another combat knife. So there's his big overhead swing. Told you he did it. Oh, I'm just glad he didn't drop an item at the same time, otherwise I'm fairly certain you'd find a sudden way to get to Canada just to kick me in the teeth. Oh, poor wooden golem. As soon as I saw that soul drop, I realized that this save file had been blessed. Everyone in Canada. Oh, first money grinding area. Of course you know about all kinds of revenge websites, especially glittery ones. Grapes? Oh, don't worry, I'm planning on getting some co-hosts in here soon enough. I got a cool Super Nintendo game that's waiting on deck for somebody to come co-host with me. In my opinion, it's one of the greatest co-op Super Nintendo games that you can find. I know you're evil. Just a regular butcher. Which boss is this? Oh man, I skipped a boss. I'm supposed to be fighting the Headhunter next. Whoops, I do this a lot in Castlevania games. Well, I got the slide, so I'm happy about it. The hell? What's the deal with this enemy again, Deojin? Does it drop something rare or have a really neat soul? Well, I'm not gonna try right now. I don't have the attack power to do that reliably. Yes, the cut-all. Ghost Dancer, nice. How nice. This game is blessed, man. Never had such good luck in one of these games. Yeah, no, I'm upset too. Trust me. I really wish I did. I wish I had an explanation for you. Now the cut-all's so good because, as you see, it does 2 hits every time you stab something with it. So while the attack power is a little bit lower than the combat knife, it shreds. No, if I got a peeping eye within the first like 5 kills, then I'd just have to restart the file because clearly I had done something to it. Oh, I don't know. I never went for 100% items in this game. If they drop any item, then that's up for someone crazier than me to figure out. This has, yep, one of these guys in it. Thought so. Maybe like a curse resistance? That would make sense to me. Oh, and there's the headhunter. I guess I was supposed to fight the flesh guy first, because I can't get here without doing that. Whatever. Maybe I just had a tendency of fighting the headhunter first by doing something else? I don't know. Headhunter's a chump anyway. Forgot that you didn't just have to hit her in the head. So the first form is super easy. Okay, yeah, that's not gonna work out. And there's the dragon head. I hate this thing. Fine. Use some potions. Damn it. Oh, you screwed up. Wow. I forgot I had souls. Forgot I could throw knives. I legitimately forgot. Oh, that was dumb. I could have had that last fight wrapped up a lot cleaner. Curly! Alright. If I get this soul fast, then you can aid me. is a very, very important soul. And a fun little weapon. Honestly, I love this weapon. When enemies can be poisoned, it's just phenomenally powerful. Good range. And just amazing animation. I love that fire look. Valkyries don't like poison, by the way. Okay. That's the kind of world we're living in today, huh? Not the soul I wanted, but I'll take it. That saves me grinding for it later. This is the easiest one I know that's a transformation soul, which is useful later on. How good is Headhunter right now? 2 to everything, not bad. More damage on this guy than I thought. Could he be resistant to it? There it is. The Mirror Demon was one of my favorite enemies to see in this game. It was just really neat. Welcome back. Hey Mina, what's up? It's kind of late to ask, but what kind of shrine is the Hakuba Shrine? Do you know the story of the Amaniwado Shrine? I think I've heard it before. Well, in the story, Tenshu Daijin hides herself in the shrine to calm Susanoo down. Right, I remember. Tenshu Daijin is the sun. The act of hiding symbolizes an eclipse. By hiding herself away, she was able to contain Susanoo's anger. For that reason, eclipses are thought to confine anger and evil intentions. Yes, people have prayed to eclipses for centuries, and the Hakuba Shrine is a shrine for this very purpose. I understand now. Usually we only conduct ceremonies for Japan's eclipses, but in 1999 a ritual was conducted in Europe. That's what I was told, and that's when Dracula's castle was sealed inside it. That's why I knew the things that Mr. Arikado said were, yeah, I know now he spoke the truth. I'm sorry I haven't been much help to you. That's not true. I feel a bit relieved now. Thanks, Mina. Forget what the Mirror Demon's soul does. Do we have any new stuff yet? Yeah, we can buy the Cut-All and a Warhammer, as well as the S-Stock. Trident, Lance, Claymore, Partisan. Ooh, the Gram. The Gram's actually real solid. Crimson Cloak, which is... that's an accessory, which would give us 1 int and 3 defense. Not worth it, considering what we're going to be picking up soon. The Army Jacket, I always find it strange that it doesn't give attack or anything. It's just not good. Soldier uniform's solid if you need a bit more strength. But we're going to be cheap and find all of our stuff. So I guess, since I'm here, spend a bit of our money on some potions. Sell an old combat knife. I'm not going to be using the lance anymore. Sell those gym clothes. And what? Whoops. I thought I had upgraded from gym clothes. No matter. Aha! A lucky charm. Oh no, the mirror demons are super creepy. Alright, well with both Undine and the ability to double jump, we can actually pick up some cool stuff this way now. Which, since I kind of messed up and have us stuck with the silk robe now, is not a bad idea. Pretty sure I can get us the Elven cloak. There's some other stuff in this going this way anyway that we can pick up. Unless this is the area that leads to a new area, in which case I don't really want to do that just yet. It is. Let's not. Let's not and say we did, guys. This area, we can actually pick up a few new pieces of equipment, as well as go to a couple of new spots. I don't know if any of it is over here. This, unfortunately, requires more than just a double jump. So there we have the copper plate, which is a significant defense upgrade, but not at all the end-all of what we can get right now. Okay, down there is just the scarf, or where we picked it up anyway. Another plate. This leads to a new area, which I don't think I want to go to this one. We'll find out. Oh. Let's find out where this leads then. Awesome. I love this ability. Not only is it a handy dandy
way of gaining health back while also dealing damage. It is much more importantly amazing. Once I have an enemy that's a little less aggressive than either of those. I can really see it there. It's a giant skull vacuum cleaner that drains the enemy's life into me. It is one of my favorite things. Okay, cool. Witch Soul. Just that easy. I'm so sorry, Deojin. I could go through here, but there's nothing I think that I particularly want this way yet. Oh, that's okay. Perfect. Oh, that sword. Teases you for so long. Is it here? Guess not. That just leads there. Where's the other water area? It's not that one. It's that one. Alright, I'll get to the teleporter. I think I see it on the map. Bottom left. Looks like I completely explored up there. down there. I know where that is. I haven't explored all that, but that's because I didn't have double jump at the time. And I gotta go back there to get to the teleporter anyway. Beautiful. Able to get here, but I wasn't able to get any further. Oh, and before I go down, I might as well actually explore up here, since I keep teleporting myself up here but never poking around. The cestus. Oh, I forgot about the cestus. You just want to punch someone to death? That's your go-to. But right now my go-tos are the Hrunting and the Cut-All. The Hrunting's a lot easier to use, but the Cut-All can get more damage in a quick succession if the enemy is easy enough to exploit and get that close to. There's also a few enemies that the Hrunting doesn't get the poison bonus damage to, and it's not so great against them. Mostly demons and undead, though not all undead. Zombies still seem to take it. I guess skeletons. Skeletal undead and demons. Or devils, whatever you want to call them. Probably a number of bosses as well. Yes. I went the wrong way for the bonus stuff. I should have gone down and to the left. Hey, tiny devil. Killed a lot of those. It's a fun little ability. I like it. That's what I was looking for, the elfin robe. Bam! 26 defense, 10 intelligence. You're not gonna find much better right now. A bunch of mermen for some reason. Headhunter hit 3 to everything yet? Not quite. When it hits 3 to everything, I'll figure that's a little bit better than the 4 luck from the Dancers. But till then, I really want more drops. Okay, we can go here, we can go there. Oops. A little bit too far back. We go here. Don't really have a whole lot more to collect, as far as I know. Go here. I think I have more to do. So let's go here. Yes, this is where we stop halfway through the area. Aha. Down and to the left. Nice try with the drop kick. Come on, you should be helping me out, Valkyries. Looks like there's an area that we didn't quite completely explore. That might be some sense. The reason I stopped going through here. Doesn't appear to be much anything there. Strange. Where do we go from here? Looks like there's a way to the left, so let's go left. Is the headhunter again? Oh no, we can't go to that left. That area is blocked off by time magic. Can't go up. Looks like I might have to go to that new area that I didn't really want to go to after all. Ooh, dropped your spear, the partisan. Now you can buy that for a reasonable price, and it's not that much better than anything we got, but it's still nice to find. Not the drop I wanted from the Valkyrie, but I'll take it. And another one. Wow. I must have done something to this file somehow. I think I have 100 luck. Must think I've got like 100 luck. But what's that overhead there? Can't get to it from there, can I? Not very easily. Well, forget that then. Well, nope. Didn't want to go here. Not sure if I'm ready. Nowhere else to go. Oh, okay then. Floating garden. It's not the worst place. Not yet. Whew. There is one of my favorite souls in here. Not him, though. These guys are cool. Deflect normal attacks by pressing up plus B. Well, alright, I'll give that a try. Where are you? Not... No. That's how you use souls, though. Let's see what they mean. another mistranslation. It should say, interrupt normal attacks with your soul attacks. Alright, I see. That could actually be really useful for certain pieces of equipment. Where are you, hammer? Cool. However, the headhunter, I think, will be more generally useful. And the hunting is quick enough anyway. Still, I'm quite impressed at that kind of ability. I think you could get some really cool niche combos out with it. It's not holding up so well anymore. Ooh, that would've hurt. Here he is, the kicker skeleton. Luckily his drop is incredibly common because I love it. I absolutely love it. There it is. The only gray soul you'll get outside of one of those funky, glowy orb things. And there's also this. Well, we're obviously not getting in there just yet. Allows you to dropkick people. It's not very useful, but it can, it's got its benefits, it's got its ups and downs. If I do things just right, I might be able to get one or two things earlier than I should. Okay, there's his tail. Told you I was worried about his tail in the first fight. Of course, I've got a longer range weapon that does more damage now. So he wasn't really as much of an issue this time now, was he? Very resistant to poison and damage in general. Hammer a golem. It's the best way. As you can see, that area is a very confusing area. Sort of depends on, I think, the ways you go through it, and you gotta go back and forth. Sort of a teleporter maze of sorts. That being said, it's nearly 9:30, and I think I'm done for the night. But thank you so much for joining me on RetroTech today. I thought we were going to be playing a little more Donkey Kong Country, but I hope you enjoyed Castlevania. We'll be back next week with more of this, so don't you worry. If you enjoyed this, there will be more. There'll be fumbling around, there will be some good times. I'll probably hit the clock tower, and you're going to hear some profanity. The clock tower is always awful in every Castlevania game. They make it that way. They want you to feel hatred. So make sure you come back for that, because I'm pretty sure I used up all my luck. I don't think I have any left. Just ask our resident fellow player Diajin there. He's seen me pull some lucky drops there, and I don't think I got anything left. Yes, please join Discord. Let me try one time just to see if I can get Quip up. Let me see if I can get him going. Says he's connected. Let's give it a try. Haha! Well, I can still do it anyway. Maybe it's going straight through us now rather than being QuipBot separately. Then again, maybe the disconnect reconnect helped. Who knows? We'll find out. Anyway, join the Discord. It's a good time. There's lots of people always talking. There are memes. There are non-memes. There's talk about retro games. There's talk about current games. There is Vermintide. There is all kinds of cool stuff going on all the time. And we would love it if you would bring your own conversation to add to the craziness. Oops, that's the wrong button. That's the button. As you see here, we have other stuff. Unfortunately, Blind Retro will not be going tonight. Our fellow streamer Tyler he's taking a bit of a break. Life has sort of crept up on him. He's been having technical issues, and it's just not running for him. So until he gets back, whenever he gets back, Blind Retro is on hiatus. So that just means you get more Retro Technomancy on Thursdays for the most part. Tomorrow, Friday, Clockwork and Constructs, 5th edition D&D tabletop. We are short a player, but we will be continuing with the story. So if you want to see where that is, or if you want to continue watching, please come by tomorrow. Sunday, Salty Wizard, various games. He's been playing Rocket League again, and Rocket League is great. Monday, Astonishingly Average, we'll be playing Vermintide 2. Kyle will be hosting. I will be there to play. I'm the dwarf, and you will love me. Tuesday, Dysfunctional Party. Party games. We have to stop a robot party. It has to end. Wednesday, Legend of Brian. He's been playing through Hyrule Warriors lately. It's going to be a good time again. And Thursday, we're back here playing Castlevania. Hopefully that sounds good. Hopefully that sounds like something you want to get involved in. And if it's not, tell us what you want to see. Come by the Discord. We have all kinds of variety streams, and guaranteed, you name a game, one of us will want to play it. With that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful night. I hope you have a glorious morning, and I hope that, you sleep well. It's important to sleep well. Maybe have a nice snack. Good night, everybody. See you in Discord.